Hey y'all, thank you for coming to my channel. This is Andre with Yup, I Said It. Please like, share, and subscribe. This channel is growing. I thank you to everyone who's helping this channel grow. I really do. I'm sincerely thankful for all of your comments, all of your love for my channel, and it's really inspired me. So like, share, subscribe, bell notification. That's first line of business. Now listen, let's talk about Robert De Niro. All right, so you may have seen some videos surface already. I've got a clip here for you. I'm going to show you in a minute. Robert De Niro has lost his mind when it comes to Donald Trump. I can't understand why someone would attack someone like this, go after them with no reasoning. Like, Robert De Niro has literally given us no reason why he doesn't like Donald Trump. All the things that he stated, like he wants to destroy the Constitution, that's all rubbish. It just doesn't make any sense. Trump never said any of that. So we're trying to get to the real reason of why Robert De Niro, he hates Donald Trump. I mean, I think it's pretty clear to see that. He called him a monster. He said, he's referenced him to Hitler, and it's just, to me, it's just absolutely disgusting. Obviously, the Trump that he sees, we can't see it. 90 million to 100 million, 200 million Americans don't see the same thing. I don't know how busy Rob De Niro is or how much he's able to look at the facts here, but we don't see that same Trump that he sees. And I think that's very clear. Now, again, I don't believe that Robert De Niro has a good reason why he hates Trump. I just think that, he's gaslighting people. He has a huge platform, a big voice. The black community seems to love Robert De Niro. Some. I'm not talking about you all who are watching this video, because I don't think we really like Robert De Niro too much because of the type of movies that he's played in the past. Man, those movies, I can't erase them out of my head. Like if you watch movies like Goodfellas and then you kind of put it side by side to what he's saying about Trump, it's almost like he's saying the same thing about himself. The characters that he's played, pretending to be a bad guy for most of his life, up until his, early 70s. So all of the movies prior to that are just a lot of cursing, a lot of vulgarity. Honestly, I couldn't even play a clip of him if it wasn't, he's like cursing all the time. And I don't like that. I don't like the cursing. I can't stand it. I don't know. I'm just not going to play that stuff on my channel. If someone happens to curse, I'll bleep it out. You won't hear it. Sometimes I want to curse, but I don't, because I just know it's not good. I very rarely curse, to be totally honest with you, and I just think that it's disgusting. We shouldn't do it, but it happens. But when it's continual and it's like in your face, and the vulgarities and the kind of movies that he's played in, just absolutely distasteful, man. I don't know who would like those kind of movies and who would show those to your kids, who would be proud of those kind of movies. And so I want to go ahead and play this clip of Robert De Niro losing his mind about Donald Trump. He just won't let up. It's almost like he's afraid of something. I don't know why he's attacking Trump. I can use my imagination because we know that he has ties with some pretty, I'd say, in my opinion, some wicked people, to the likes of, some highly weird actors that,
And that's why it's so weird that Donald Trump is just across the street, because he doesn't belong in my city. I don't know where he belongs, but he certainly doesn't belong here.
That's not what the people think. That's certainly not what the people think. Anybody seen the rally at South Bronx? Anybody seen him go to Harlem and get all that love on the streets? That's certainly not. It doesn't line up with what Robert De Niro's saying. You see what I'm saying? So he's saying that this is his city, and Donald Trump shouldn't be allowed there. But that's not what the people think. Okay, the people will decide if Donald Trump should be allowed in New York. All right, I think that's a fair rule of thumb. If you get in love everywhere you go, how can someone else tell you that you're a threat or that you're some sort of terrorist? He compared him to a terrorist. Again, he doesn't have a reason why he doesn't like Donald Trump. It's just orange man, bad. That's it.
New Yorkers used to tolerate him when he was just another grubby real estate hustler masquerading as a big shot. A two-bit playboy lying his way into the tabloids.
All right. a two-bit hustler. Okay, a grimy real estate agent. Is that what he said? Now, it doesn't look like Trump is a grimy real estate agent when people will loan you $175 million. It doesn't look like you've been doing a really bad job when banks still want to do business with you and loan you tons of money. To my understanding, Trump has built some of the greatest buildings in New York City. His construction companies have put up amazing, amazing buildings. Okay. And what has Robert De Niro done for New York lately? I don't know. I have no idea. Okay, I literally don't know. Sounds like a bit of jealousy, really. So I take offense to that, really. And wow, I mean, like, again, he doesn't have any reason. Like, he won't tell us why he hates Donald Trump. And New York City tolerated Donald Trump. It's not what the people saying.
Pretending to be a spokesperson for himself. He was calling it as himself for himself to fool the press into inflating his net worth. A clown. But this city is...
Why does he have to write all of this stuff down? I could just get on like a live news station and just start talking about somebody. If I didn't like him, oh yeah, I wouldn't run out of words. If I had... Why do you got to read from a script? Donald Trump is a bad dude. Okay. What's it say next right here? Donald Trump, he's a threat to, what's that word? Democracy. Yeah, that's right. And did I say Orange Man bad? Like, why do you have to read it, bro? Why don't you just come out here and tell us why you're mad? Like, stop reading. Is this a movie? It's like starting to feel like a movie. So he's watching Robert De Niro, come out and tell us about his New York enemies. It's like Donald Trump #1 on the top of the list. It's crazy. No reason at all. Like, we're going to wait for the reason. I want him to tell us why. What specific policy? What did he do? Tell us so we can debunk it.
It's pretty accommodating. We make room for clowns. We have them all over the...
Look, I'm sorry, but meanwhile... I don't know how to filter these people out in the background because they are losing their minds over Joe Biden. They're saying the famous chant, forget Joe Biden, but we're not the forget part. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to filter that out. I don't know how to do it yet on YouTube, my program. I just don't know how to do it. But I'm going to try my best. But they don't like Joe Biden for some reason, and I don't think they like Robert De Niro that much either.
City. People who do crazy things in the street, we tolerate it. It's part of the city. It's part of the culture, but not
people who do crazy things on the street. He literally just said people that do crazy things on the street, we tolerate it, right? We tolerate it. That's what he just said. Just rewind it. That's what he said. We tolerate it. The first thing that comes to mind was those people that chopped up those bodies, and that's not funny, but they got away with it. Okay, so he's right about that. I agree that they tolerate people doing crazy things in New York, literally, quite literally, and they let them go free out of jail. Kathy Hochul, the governor, on The View. I've talked about this many times, and that will go down in history forever. That Kathy Hochul couldn't arrest 4 people that dismembered 2 people's bodies. Went through barbaric lengths to hide the evidence. They had overwhelming evidence, but they couldn't convict him. But Robert De Niro is telling you that Donald Trump and Adolf Hitler are almost the same person. Okay?
A person like Trump who will eventually run the country. That does not work, and we all know that. Anyway, we make room for clowns, to each his own. But no one takes him or took him really seriously. They take him seriously now, of course.
It sounds like he's talking about Joe Biden when he's saying all this. Guys, just listen to him and just compare it to what Joe Biden's been doing. It literally sounds like he's talking about Joe Biden. Maybe he got his presidents mixed up. That's what I think. Maybe he thinks that maybe he thinks that Joe Biden is Trump and Trump is Biden. Maybe they... Who knows what they can do?
But around the country, people who didn't know him, as we did, started to support him. They bought into his...
Sleepy Joe.
Trump bought their votes with outrageous lies and empty promises. He got the most religious evangelicals to applaud a sinner who bragged about sexual assault, and who, just a couple of blocks from here, a jury found him liable for sexual abuse. Somehow he even got self-styled patriots to support a man who called for terminating the Constitution.
That's literally what I feel like Joe Biden's doing right now, terminating the Constitution with all the mandates and all the other things that he's done. Are we allowed to say that? You know, guys, don't fall for this crap. If you come across this video, don't fall for these shenanigans, okay? Look at Robert De Niro's history, all right? He's got some pretty bad things going on in his life. He ain't got no right. None of us have the right to come out and bash somebody else. All right. If you've been studying the Bible and you read the Bible, look, it's just not right. All right. We don't do that. We can call out the wickedness. But where's the wickedness here?
And on January 6th, rallied an angry mob to threaten democracy, leaving death and destruction in its wake. That's why I needed to be involved and wanted to be involved in the new Biden-Harris ad, because it shows the violence of Trump and reminds us that he'll use violence against anyone who stands in the way of his megalomania and greed.
He said Trump will use violence on anyone. Okay. Remember the Antifa riots when they burned down everything? Why is Robert De Niro not talking about that? For some strange reason, he must have forgot what they did to those cities. Nobody's saying a word about it, okay? I believe that they like the outrage, all right, because they're not talking about it. They won't talk about it, all right? They don't want to convict those people who did all those horrible things in our country, all right? It wasn't Trump. It wasn't the Patriots. Man, this is crazy. I can't believe that Robert De Niro has a goal to come out here and say all this stuff.
But it's a coward's violence. You think Trump ever threw a punch himself or took one? This guy who ran and hid in the White House bunker when there were protesters outside? No way. He doesn't get blood on his hands. No, he doesn't. He directs the mob to do his dirty work for him by making a suggestion, an inference, and his gang.
But isn't that what he does in his movies? Doesn't he suggest that these things look cool in the Goodfellas movies? Doesn't he suggest that this is a cool way to be, smoking cigarettes and whacking people? That's what he does in the movies. I'm just saying what he does in the movies. That's what they do. All right, and it's pretty vile, and it's almost like he's gloating in this character. That's exactly what he does for a living. Okay, that's terrible. So, like I said, nobody has the right to come out and pass judgment on somebody like this. You just don't do it. Now, we can talk about Joe Biden, what he's done in the country. Okay, we can talk about what he's done in the country, like left the borders open, and we're allowing illegals to come in who may or may not be very dangerous. Okay, that's not a chance that any of us should take. That's violent to us. It doesn't look like they really care about us that much. Right? So when he's talking about these Trump's a threat to violence, it just sounds like the same thing that he's saying that Trump is doing. That's exactly what Joe Biden is doing. All right, it's wrong. This absolutely wrong. He should be calling out Joe Biden for all the things that he's doing. At least be fair about it. At least come out and say, look, I know Biden isn't doing a great job, but no. See, that's how we know this is all driven politically. This is lawfare. That's how we know, because there's no call on both sides. If you're going to be fair, you have balanced scales. Let's talk about both sides. Okay, let's say you say what you believe about Trump, but also say what Biden is doing right now, because we're living through it. Robert De Niro is far too elite to think about the little guys. He's in his emotions right now. Either that or something's seriously wrong. Like there's something behind the scenes that we don't understand. As I said, we can take a wild guess about why Mr. De Niro would be doing something like this, why he would be coming so hard against Trump. I believe that there's something else. In my opinion, I believe that there is something else about this that, the world just doesn't know about yet. But, draw your own conclusion. But this is very strange, man. At the last, and they're doing it at a time where Trump is in this court case. They're going to make a verdict. Joe Biden wants to make a speech as the verdict drops. This has all been set up. It looks like a planned operation to me. Robert De Niro's doing ads with Joe Biden for Joe Biden and Harris at the same time here, and now this is crazy.
Grovels and follows his obvious order. It's no surprise that the murder rate and other violent crimes peaked under Trump.
That's exactly what's happening right now under Joe Biden. Guys, have you looked around lately? Have you seen the collapse of our country? The amount of violence that's happened since Joe Biden's been in office? I feel like no matter who the president is, there's two sides here. There's just good and evil. All right? In my eyes, there's just good and evil. And there will be chaos no matter who comes in office. But somebody's got to have law and order. Somebody has to really be about justice and law and order. And guess what? The side that's about justice and law and order, they're going to be demonized. Okay? People like this are going to come out against them every single time. Yeshua, the one they call Jesus, they said that he was doing the work of demons. Okay? They said that about the Son of God. If you believe in that, I do. I believe that Yeshua, the one they call Jesus, was the Son of God. And they literally said that he was doing the work of demons. Okay? They accused him of that. Answer me one question. Why do you think that if they would do that to the Son of God, who else would they do it to? Literally, he said, if they hate you, remember that they hated me first. They will hate you. Okay? So it doesn't matter how much good you do. They don't like you. They're not going to like you. They're going to actually come against you. They're your enemy. And, De Niro's doing this. He's the one coming out attacking Trump. Trump hasn't said one word about it. I haven't heard Trump say anything about De Niro. I haven't really heard him, attack people like this. He's attacking policy. He's defending his beliefs. Rather, he's defending his beliefs, and he's defending in what we believe in as Americans. All right. So there are a lot of patriots, way more patriots than there are the other side. That's for sure. We all know that. We can judge that by his rallies. So, this is just another one of the haters, man.
And are falling under Biden. And now he's promising to use our own military to attack U.S. citizens. That's the tyrant.
What U.S. citizens would Trump be attacking? Look what they're putting him through. I didn't hear Trump say anything about attacking U.S. citizens. Okay. I'm not afraid of Trump coming in and trying to attack me. Okay. I'm definitely afraid of what Joe Biden may be doing. I really am. I really am concerned for my family, genuinely concerned for my family with Joe Biden in office. I'm really literally concerned because of what I see, because of the inflation, because of just the overall policies of the Biden administration do not align with the Judeo-Christian values. They don't align with followers of Yeshua. They don't align with the Catholic. They don't align with any believers. None of what Joe Biden's doing aligns with any of the believers of God, Elohim. None of the policies of Joe Biden match up with anything like that. They actually look like the opposite. And I'm sad to say it, but we're supposed to have prosperity. We're not supposed to be enslaved by our government. We're not. It's just not. It's not right. All right, they're doing a lot of spending recklessly, and they're not taking care of their own people. They're actually letting other people come into the country, taking care of them, and avoiding taking care of the people that are right here in the United States already. Homeless people are laying on the streets everywhere. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. That's how you know that you're not getting prosperity. Nobody will fix that. All right, we needed some time to fix that. It's going to take some time to get those homeless people off of the streets. It's going to take some time to get everything correct here the best we could. It's going to take time to do that. It's going to take time for America to improve. It's going to take time to talk to people to explain them what's really happened with our government. That's going to take some time. But Robert De Niro doesn't want you to have that time. He wants to tell you how bad Orange Man is so they can further their agenda. This is about Robert De Niro. It's not about America. It's not genuine. It doesn't look genuine at all because he hasn't said a word about people suffering under the Biden administration. Simple. That's how you know. 2 times 2 is 4.
That's the tyrant he's telling us he'll be. And believe me, he means it. When Trump ran in 2016, it was like a joke. This buffoon running for president. No, never could happen. We'd forgotten the lessons of history that showed us other clowns who weren't taken seriously until they became vicious dictators. With Trump, we have a second chance. And no one is laughing now. This is the time to stop him by voting him out once and for all. We don't want to wake up after the election saying, what, again? My God, what the hell?
Looks like he's acting to me. You know, how do you trust an actor? Someone who's reading from a script all of the time. How do you that's my thing, okay? I don't trust any actors. All right? Okay? I just don't. Not unless they're doing, movies about, God's word or something. But I wouldn't trust a Hollywood actor at all. Because they're always, how do you know that they're telling you the truth? How do you know he's not acting right now? That's what it looks like. It looks like a Robert De Niro from the movies. All right? The Pretender. That's what it looks like to me. It doesn't look like he's being genuine and sincere. Like I said, why would you have to read this from paper? Why would we need to look at you, read something from a script if this is how you really feel? All right? It's like all this could have been said just off the cuff. Like, why do you need to read this out to us? Like you're reading us a story, a 3-hour story or something. It doesn't make any sense. Someone that likes somebody or hates someone, they can literally just get up there and talk. This is all scripted. This makes no sense, guys. And again, no reasons why he doesn't want. He keeps talking about Americans, American citizens, and how he cares about America and New York. But what is he really talking about? Reading between the lines here, it doesn't make any sense. He said nothing about people and poverty and the cost of everything. He has said literally nothing about it. Not one word. Because real American people right now, they're hurting, bro. People on the streets are hurting. And it's not because, of any other reason except for Joe Biden's policies that have us into deep, dark inflation. Prices that we've never seen before. Interest rates higher than a giraffe's tail. It's just crazy. It doesn't make sense. If you have some official reasons, if you have some receipts to back up why you think that Trump is bad for the country, present them, please, so that we can look at them. But they have none. They absolutely have none. And I wish that they would just stop the capping because it don't make any sense. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, guys. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I really, really appreciate it. Please like, share, and subscribe. Also, please, if you would do me a favor and hit that bell notification, select all so that you get all of my videos. It's been picking up a lot. So I see a lot more people are doing that. So I really appreciate that. If you like my content, I spend a lot of time doing this. If you like my content, that is a way that you can just pay me right back. It's free for everyone. So YouTube, I'm trying to get monetized here, and that can actually help me get monetized, and I can spend more time doing this. I would really love to do that, guys. So please help me out with that. Share my videos with people. Share them. Just say, so someone share. Take a look at this. Explain to them who I am and what I'm about here. I really, really appreciate that. I love you all for real. Thank you so much. Until next time.